Hey, what's going on? It's Johnny with Voyage Pro. So I thought it'd be fun today to make a video going over some advice that I have for clients when it comes to ordering video production services and, just some things that I'd recommend. So I have a list on my laptop, my top 3 pieces of advice for clients, and I just want to, dive into it and see if we can get some more, helpful tips out. So the first thing that I have is to be prepared to provide us with enough information for your project when you inquire our services. So essentially, if you don't know, most video production companies, including ours, have an inquiry form online. So you fill out the form and you say, the information about you want on the form. And then from there, what we do is we set up a phone call just so we can go over more details about the project before we send over that proposal. And during the phone call or whatever kind of meeting we have before we send the proposal, it is extremely important to provide us with as much information as you can. Number 2 is very similar. Just a different angle of a similar realm is to be prepared to collaborate. Depending on the complexity of your project, we're going to need some assistance from you, the client, because there's factors that we don't know, especially like product videos, for example. We don't know how to best tell the story of your product unless we know enough about your product ahead of time. And, who is going to hold all the information about the knowledge of the product? It's going to be whoever created, the product that we're making a video for. Let's say, for example, if it's like a medical device or something, we're going to need a lot of information from you about whatever that product is in order to optimize the video. So with that being said, we want to collaborate as much as possible in order to ensure that the video goes as well as possible and that we incorporate your vision and capture your vision as good as we can. The way I see it is, there is a vision that needs to be fulfilled with each project, and the client can choose whether or not they want to, be in charge of developing that vision, or if they want to hire us to develop that vision. And we respect it either way, but our goal is to somehow have a vision and a creative direction to work towards. So, collaborating with us will ensure a lot of success with that to make sure the final edited video that's delivered is a really good one and really accurate to what the goal is of the video. So my final piece of advice, this honestly is my number 1 piece of advice that I give to any new client. It's to, stick to whatever's on the service agreement that is agreed upon between both parties. So what basically happens is we have, our pre-signing phone call to go over all the details and information. And from there, we'll decide, well, hey, do we have enough information after this call to send over a proposal, which is the service agreement and the invoice? Or B, do we need to have a couple more meetings? Once we're at a point that we know enough about the project to be able to send over an accurate proposal, it will have every single piece of information on it that factors into the outcome of the video, such as how long is the edit, how many hours are we on site for, how much pre-production is needed, what kind of paperwork are we doing, what are the deadlines for these things, what is the date of production, who is involved with the production, what are the positions involved, what are the pieces of equipment involved. Every little detail is literally documented on the service agreement, and this is with any production company, and it should be well understood before signing that this is what we're guaranteeing to you and this is what we are expected to do. We do our best to explain everything to the detailed, piece of information, as detailed as we can with what the client is agreeing to. But it's just like, read it, check it out, make sure it's to your standard. We deliver it and we present it to you. We go over any questions. So my advice is, ask as much information, as many questions as you need regarding the service agreement, regarding how long are you guys going to be on site? Or if you have a question about, what's on the invoice, and just make sure it's well understood ahead of time. Because our goal is to make sure it's presented in a way that you get it, it's well understood. Here's how long we're on site. Here's how long the video is. Here's what's included. And then from there, we can agree upon a really successful video. So really, that's a summary of what I would recommend. Video production in itself, regardless of the size of your project, is not a simple process, and it's our goal to make it a simple process. what we do is we have a team of people working together to really take the workload of the project off of the client's hands and to work with us on it. So our goal is to collaborate and really present the client throughout pre-production, production, and post-production with really solid materials to work with. Yeah, so hopefully that helped you guys out. So that's my advice for my top 3 recommendations for entering into video production, for a project. So hopefully that helps. Thanks.